time was 1981, but we had so much fun in high school. Cardozo High School, the Purple Wave, we were family. When we come together years and years now, we look back and see how far we come. Over 40 years, our friends are still connected through reunions and talking. The Purple Wave lives on.
My name is Tesha Mukhaswa, and I'm a new business manager for the Peak TV network that it will be showcasing South African events. Expect so much from us, from the country of diversity, the country that is beautiful in its own way and its own nature. So expect much. Don't listen to everything that people are saying about South Africa. Expect much from us. Thank you and I love you. Bye.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart, 'cause I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Open the eyes.
Tesha Mukhaswa, and I'm a new business manager for the Peak TV network that it will be showcasing South African events. Expect so much from us, from the country of diversity, the country that is beautiful in its own way and its own nature. So expect much. Don't listen to everything that people are saying about South Africa. Expect much from us. Thank you and I love you. Bye.
Lifted up, shining in the light of your glory.
What the U.S. dollar can get you here, which is so much more on a comparison base. The home that we're living now is less than the house that I've lived in for 30 years that I still had payments to make, So we try to tell people, your dollar will go much further here.
At first, when my son and daughter asked me, I was really petrified of coming over here. I was really scared. I said, oh my gosh, I'm leaving my family. I won't be here. If something happened, I can be there, home, and something still could be happening. So once I got over here, I finally made up my mind, I'm going. When I felt relaxed and not so frightened of leaving my family, once I made my mind, I said, okay, I'm going. So I prepared myself, and here I am.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Gray. I'm a U.S. citizen, currently living here in South Africa. Couldn't ask for anything better.
We both were U.S. vets. I served 24 years, she served 20. Once we retired, we became federal workers. We also done 20 years of that as well. So I done 44, you done
40.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Barry Gray. I am from the United States. I lived, my last residence was Virginia, last 30 years. Moved here last year about this time. Been here now about a year. Like my wife mentioned before, we've been coming here since 2016.
Hi, this is Barry, and I'm Cynthia Gray. Welcome to our home. Come on in. We've been here about a year now, so we're still putting it together, but it's just about there. This is our grand entrance. We have bought things from around, local vendors. I've turned into a plant lady. I've learned how to grow things now. Everything is coming along. This is the entrance. I know I spoke earlier about new blessings, and this house has certainly become a blessing to us. We had a wonderful home in the States, but God has showed out, and this is what we own now. What brought us here, after years of traveling here, year after year we came here, and we liked what we seen, we liked what we felt. We liked how we felt being here, so we decided once we retired, after many years of federal service and military service, it was time for us. So we decided to move here. So we still, even being from the States, we're still trying to get the African vibe. So we bought local stuff from different vendors. So we love that.
A lot of this was down from
Cape Town.
Cape Town.
Yeah, we went to Cape Town for a visit.
We took December. We took a drive down there, so we drove down there for Christmas.
And it was a drive.
It was a long ride.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And this is our living space where we all come together and relax and I wanted to have a feel of just relaxing, kicking back with a big slouchy couch, watch some TV. Here we're over at the service bar. This is our service bar that we're ready to entertain. It's stacked with everything, with the glasses, refrigerators. We just, ready to do some entertaining. And then my husband, who's the real chess player, I said, let's play checkers. He said, let's play chess. We just added this to the home. He's a collector of chess pieces, chess boards. So we set this out here. We're at his own table. We have to move it back and forth because he got some really sensitive pieces.
While I was in the States, I collect multiple different chess boards. This one here, I picked this up in Japan. So my years of federal service allowed me to do a lot of travel as well as in the military. And one of my hobbies was collecting chessboards. I had, maybe 15, 20 different chessboards from around the world. And unfortunately, when we moved here, I gave a few to my brothers, my grandsons, and stuff like that. So I still have a few, but this is one of my favorites.
And then once we get all the family here, we have a long dining room table. So when we get the family all here together for the holidays or just anytime, we will be able to have dinner here. Also in the our area, we have another area for the fireplace. We just had this fireplace put in. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of reconstruction, redecorating for this house. So we have this area, and we like to sit over here for the sun, because these chairs turn. So any given time, you could find someone just sitting here sunbathing with the fireplace. I have turned into a plant person. I've never had a live plant. And now my plants are growing. I'm very excited about that. I have several plants around the house now that's growing really well. That's never been the case with me. I've always had faux plants, but now I have real plants, and they're growing. Over here, we're still as big as this house is. We all still gather in the kitchen, as you can see. It's always the gathering spot. We have the breakfast table versus the dining room table over here. Sometimes we sit here, and like I said, we even sit over there on the couch because we want to be, just comfortable. We want everybody just to feel like they can put their feet up. And as I say, everybody ends up in the kitchen doing their thing. No matter what, we eating up in the kitchen. So our first impression of coming here, what year was that? 2017? 2016 we came over, and we was in Rosebank. And we was done there. We really liked being there, and just the whole feeling and vibe of being in South Africa. Because, you know, as Americans, Westerners, we hear so many different things about South Africa, and we was like, well, where is that? Because what we're looking at is not what we were told. It was fantastic. You know, even just being in that small area. And that was just our first visit. Our brother Mark was coming here every year. And we was like, we got to go over ourselves and see what's happening. And when we came, we saw for ourselves. Nothing like what we were told. Nothing at all.
Well, I'm gonna back a little bit. You said what first brought us over here? What first? Mark was coming back and forth over here all the time, you know, so all the time. So we were saying, why you keep going over there? What are you going over, whatever? And he said, you come over, he invited us to come over and stuff, you know, then. But our curiosity was because they kept coming over here. So we kept seeing them coming back and forth.
And it wasn't for work.
It wasn't for work.
Right.
So they kept coming. We said, okay, we want to see why you're coming over here. So they said, well, we're not going to tell you. You come over yourself. So 2016, when we first got here, myself, my wife, and my mom, we came. It was an eye opener. It really was. Like she's saying, it was totally out of what we expected. You know, to be truthful, we really didn't know what to expect. We would just go, okay, we're just going to go see and whatever.
With open mind, open heart.
To be honest, a comparison, it's not a comparison. Yes, we lived well. We lived okay. We done well, and, you know, we didn't struggle, whatever. So we did quite well over there for ourselves, and by the grace of God, we did. Coming over here, and you've seen the vast difference, a big difference in the cost of living and if I can just say the food. The food was, to me, was outstanding. The food was just different. The taste different. The quality was different. You know, it was just, it was totally different. The taste, it was very, much more enjoyable. So I could just hit food.
And not even on the, you know, how they say the luxury side of it, just even going to a grocery store. The grocery stores are totally different. It's totally set up different. You can see how fresh that the food here looks versus the food in the United States grocery stores. It's a total vision. You know, you look at something with your eyes first, and then you worry about the taste, and it's totally different on how they present their foods, their products. It's totally different.
And also the welcoming. You got a feel of you belong. They welcome you. The hospitality, the kindness, this, you know, the service that they give you. It was just like an open when you came here. It was like, this is where I belong. It's almost like you, and I'll give you an illustration of. We was in the military. When you go on a rucksack, when you go on a road march, you got a big heavy rucksack on your back. And then when you end the road march, you take it off. It's just like that. You just feel all the pressure is off.
Yeah.
The relaxed moment, you know, sit down and just sit there and grasp what's going on and enjoy the moment and the people, the surroundings, and everything else that goes along with that.
So we do have an office space, so we can keep everything separate. So this is the office.
Here's another chessboard, as you can see.
Another chessboard.
Yeah, like I said, we still maintain here because we still keep up with our investments and things like that. So.
Yes, and this is a spot that he does a lot of his studying of his Bible. You know, he still got to get that word in. He spends a lot of time sending scriptures back to the States, to our family and friends. So he spends a lot of time in here doing that.
As you can see, you see some of the pictures of the family members, which is not all, but just a few.
Just a few. Keep them around.
And these are some of the youngest grandbabies over here. And we have one granddaughter out of all the grandkids, just one, so she gets special treatment.
Yeah, she the princess.
So we have two, and then we have one great grandkid. I don't have that picture as of right now, but like I said, down to the hall or the two other rooms that we have, but right now they're maintained. Someone's in there right now.
Yeah.
This here will be converted over into
his man cave.
Man cave.
His man cave.
So we're doing a drawing up for that. So this will be the man cave here. We'll have doors and my peace and quiet. I don't know about too much of that, but
yeah. And this is the sunroom. Coming to the sunroom, and it's sunny. This is the best place to be to catch a African storm. When that thunder hits, oh my goodness, it's amazing. You just pull these curtains back and watch the thunder go across them skies. It's great.
It's also serve as a game room, so we can, play family games and things like that. So
I still have found time to do some thrifting. I found a wonderful thrift stop. I got this piece here. Oh, love it, love it. And you wouldn't believe how much I paid for it. And this thrifting is better than the U.S. thrifting. But yeah, nice. And then into our
bedroom here.
Going up and down the steps is not easy, so we had a coffee bar installed. I like to have my coffee in the morning, so it'd be hard to go up and down them steps first thing in the morning. So we have our coffee, and then we take it out to the our balcony. This is one of the prerequisites for this house. I had to have a balcony off my bedroom, and we come out here and we stay out here after night. And he's been known to sleep out here.
Yes.
So
I do sleep out here.
Yes.
You have a perfect view of the golf course.
Yeah. All the tournaments.
Like I mentioned, some of the pros and cons of having a golf course. We came out here one morning and the golf ball was stuck right here. So those are the pros and cons of living on a golf course.
Yeah. And these are my flowers I've been working on. I've done a lot of succulent planting. I love it. I love it. I talk to them every morning, see how they're doing. They're growing. My mother tried to get me to grow succulents. I couldn't do it for nothing. So now I say, Ma, I'm growing succulents. So, yep, I love them. In this way, this is
the latest project. Yeah.
This is it. And I know the ladies will understand. This was my dream come true right here. This is 40 years of work. My closet. I love it. They just finished it about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still putting clothes in and organizing, but this is my closet. I love this closet. Yes. Worked hard. All my bags, my hats. Yeah. And now I can find my jewelry. I have tons of jewelry I never knew I had or forgot I had. It's almost like it was a dream I've always wanted. I said, I'll never get one of those. I was even ready to accept a IKEA closet. And when I was able to do a real legit proper closet, yeah. Just to have all my stuff organized and I can see it and have it on display, and it kind of shows off all the hard work that I've done over the years and be able to have a dream come true. Then I have my picture of my parents watching over me. These are our parents, my parents, who if it wasn't for them, yeah, some hardworking people, and this is like a dedication to them.
It's off limits to me.
But he comes in here, I'm like, why are you here?
It's off limits.
He likes to step in here every now and again, but
just wait till my man cave
yeah.
is built. So
yeah, I'm gonna support him in his man cave because he supported me in this closet.
My name is Tesha Mukhaswa, and I'm a new business manager for the Peak TV network that it will be showcasing South African events. Expect so much from us, from the country of diversity, the country that is beautiful in its own way and its own nature. So expect much. Don't listen to everything that people are saying about South Africa. Expect much from us. Thank you, and I love you. Bye.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart, 'cause I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Open the eyes.
Tesha Mukhaswa, and I'm a new business manager for the Peak TV network that it will be showcasing South African events. Expect so much from us, from the country of diversity, the country that is beautiful in its own way and its own nature. So expect much. Don't listen to everything that people are saying about South Africa. Expect much from us. Thank you, and I love you. Bye.
Lifted up, shining in the light of your glory.
We do not have a mortgage here. So we spend about $1,500 a month. We were fortunate. I'm a realtor in the United States. I would love to sell real estate here too, but my job of 20 plus years was in real estate. So we were fortunate when we did decide to make that move to South Africa. We put our house on the market. And this is how you know God is real and things happen in his plan. One day, my house went on the market. That same day, my house was sold for $700,000. It made it very easy for us to come here and buy this home for a little over half of what we sold our house for. Hello, I am Sabu, SBU. Welcome to my home. Hello, I am Sabu, SBU for my family in the United States, but they gave me the name of Sabu when I actually came to South Africa. Sabu is God's blessings, and I receive all of that goodness. So I am Sabu. I've been on YouTube, I think about 3 years now. I am a wife. I've been married for 29 years. My husband and I are business owners, and we actually recently, within 9 months, decided to move to South Africa. Let's start here in this area. This is what I call maybe like the family room, the dining room, formal areas. We have here just a sitting area. We have our formal dining. And over here is just the sitting area, and we picked a round sofa for conversation. So when you're here, you can't help but talk to each other. Cannot help but talk to each other. Now, over here in this area, I haven't figured out yet what we're doing here, but it's just a nice little cubby waiting for something nice. All right, here we have our kitchen. The kitchen area, gas stove. This is definitely made for a chef. I'm not a big cooker, but it is made for a chef. Now, here in South Africa, they do have something they call scullery. Scullery is somewhat like a second kitchen. So in other words, here people will congregate, drink, eat, but not so much cooking goes on, even though the oven is here. But you also have a scullery for washing, drying, clothing, prepping food and things of that nature. It's right this way. All right, so in this home, we do have 2 garages, but I'll show you the other one on the other side. It's easier. All right, so over here in this area, we, in the States, it's called like a morning room, but here we call it like a TV area, TV room. This is where we come here sometimes and just chill and watch TV. Now, this is the first floor of the house, or the main floor of the home. Over in this area here, this is what we call our entertainment area. Here you have a braai, which is a huge grill inside the home. So if you are one of those grillers and you like to cook inside, that's what it is. We have a full-size bar, actually a oversized bar. We have not completed the bar yet. We don't even really know what to do with the bar. We're not big drinkers at all, but it's here. But this area here is for entertainment. We have like the inside, outside area with these doors open. You are able to be actually outside. And they all do fold back. Over there is where my current YouTube studio is being, we're using that area for the YouTube studio. So let's come this way and I'll take you outside. You can see the pool, the garden, the sitting area. You'll see why we like this home. What actually brought us to this side of the world is a prophecy. About 25 years ago, someone prophesied to my husband that he would be in Africa 25 years ago, but we dismissed it. It was like, okay. Never thought of being in Africa, never thought of even visiting Africa. But recent years, about 2 years ago now, it came up again. And at this particular time, my husband had friends that were actually living in South Africa. So we got on the phone with them, or he actually got on the phone with him. And he was like, come and visit. So we actually came to visit. And when we did that, my husband was like, South Africa is where we should go. So it was actually a word from God, definitely. And a lot of prayer. My husband went into that prayer closet every morning and every night, like, look, is this for real? Could this really be? I'm moving. You want me to go to it wasn't South Africa at that time. It was Africa. And the message was yes. Far as I go, I said to myself, hey, look, I can praise God wherever I'm at. Okay. I didn't give any pushback. I didn't do it. I was like, okay, let's go. And we started the trip. We actually came our first time mid-March of 2024. We looked for houses. We checked out the scenery. We did all those things. And we said, yeah, this is good. I actually think South Africa is a very soft landing for people that are coming from the United States. I must say, English-speaking people, very welcoming. The way that they live, we have all the technology that we actually need. So it was a very soft landing. The malls are incredible. If I want to be realistic about it, I'm really not missing anything being here. All right, so here's our pool. This pool is probably about 10 to 12 feet deep. We haven't really gotten a good answer yet. I'm going to show you something really special about this pool. We'll do that in just a moment. But this is the pool area. Over there we have a lounge area. Here we have our garden. I actually absolutely love the garden. In the garden, we have planted lemon trees, pomegranate tree, and we have, oh my God, look at my lemon tree. Oh, this is real. I haven't seen it in a while. Look at the lemon tree. Oh my gosh, look. We have 2 lemon trees, a pomegranate tree, 2 apple trees. I mean, this is exciting. Y'all, I have not seen my lemon tree in a while. I have not looked at it, but look at the lemons. This is outstanding. This is not something you get in your backyard in the United States. So this is exciting to me. So listen, that is so nice. But this is our garden area. Very quaint. Sun hits it just right. It's a cool area to be in. Wow. With lemons. And y'all, guess what? If y'all have not tried a lemon tree, they smell fantastic. So that's why I'm loving this tree, and I'm so excited about my lemon tree. So come on back inside. I'm going to show you the remaining of the house. We'll go downstairs to the basement. I guess that's the best place to go. Come on this way. We were not searching for anything. We had a message from God that we needed to leave the United States. Now, to go in more depth about the United States, we are believers and followers of Christ. So we actually believe the word of God when it says that the United States is Babylon and the United States is under judgment. So all of those things are very real to us. And with the message from God saying you need to go, we actually just said, okay, we need to be obedient and we need to go. So we were not running away from anything. We actually had a very good life. We had been, like I said, at that point in time, 28 years married. We had been in the home that we were in for 20 years. That was our forever home. We were fine. We were good. There was nothing terrible going on in our life. We are business owners. That was going very well. So it came somewhat of a surprise, but when God delivers you for something, you don't sit back and be like, not today, maybe tomorrow. You just say, okay, if you're in that position, actually, you should do it whether you're in that position or not, because it's not for you to decide whether you're in a position to go, because he's giving you a message. So I'm sure he's going to make all the appropriate arrangements for you to go. All right, so we're back here inside the home. Let's take let's go to the basement at this time. All right, so in the basement, we have some fun areas. We're calling it our game family fun area. But the one that we have at this point completed is the cinema lounge area. So this is our movie theater. The movie theater sits about 9 people, but you could just crowd up in here. It really doesn't matter. It's a very fun room. My first impression of Africa when I got to the airport, let's go back a little bit. My first impression of coming to Africa is I looked around on the airplane. I didn't see anyone that looked like us. Maybe 1 or 2 people. That was interesting to me. I was thinking, hey, there's no African Americans or no brown people on this plane. That kind of sparked my interest. I'm thinking, So then when I got to the airport, I noticed again, not many of us. So my whole thought about coming to Africa was, why haven't, and then when I get here, why haven't someone told us about this? Because it's very modern, right? You have airport, you have homes, you have all these things, and you can see those things as you come in, or you just get the information from your friends that already live here about living here. They tell you, no, you can live a very good life. Everything is good. So then when you're on your way on, you have this, when you're on your way here, you have a preconceived notion of what you're going to see or how things are going to be. So then you're wondering why there are not a lot of us coming over. You're looking around. So that was my first thought, was like, why were there not more of us visiting, if nothing else but visiting? So then when I got here and started seeing the homes, because keep in mind, we had done some research prior. So I knew then at that point that it was offering a whole lot more than what we knew of Africa. I didn't see any, we wouldn't go on any mud huts. There was electricity, there was Wi-Fi, there was internet. All these things are current and present. And then when we actually got to the bank, it was like, oh, wait a minute. The banking system is like outstanding. All these things on your phone, on your app, you can handle all these things yourself. So I was quite surprised. And I decided I wanted to tell everybody about it, because in these States, We didn't let everyone into our life the way we do here. You didn't know what my house looked like. You didn't know you did know what kind of car I drove because I was so excited. I'm excited about cars. But even though it was my life, some things we did not let you in. You came into the studio of SBU, but you didn't come into the home of SBU because we just felt like it wasn't safe to do so. Now, that's interesting because, the first thing you hear about South Africa is crime. Be quiet, don't talk. You can't say nothing when you're over there, witchcraft, all this. I'm not saying these things could not or may not happen, but it is not, that's the image of what we heard about South Africa. And I haven't experienced that, don't want to experience any of those things, but it's not that way. There's a whole nother side of living in South Africa that I think needs to be shared. And also in the basement, we have a wine cellar. But this is the fun part about the wine cellar. It has a window in it that is inside the pool. So you can actually see how deep the pool really is. Y'all forgive the window. It's a bit dirty. It is wintertime, so we have not had the window clean in a moment, but this is actually the pool. And you can actually see how deep it really is. All right, also in the basement, we have a potential SBU studio coming soon, right this way. This is my potential studio. I don't particularly like being in the basement, but this is an outstanding room for a studio. So maybe coming soon. My outlook has definitely changed on being in South Africa, on life, because when you're in the United States, I didn't realize it, but you're you're in some sort of a gosh, how can I describe it? I can't. That's your world. Nothing else exists. You may go on vacation. You may go to Mexico. You may go somewhere outside of the United States, but it's really just the United States. That's all that exists. But when you cross the Atlantic and you come to the other side, now you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm over here with London now. I'm over here. You feel like you're close to everything else. You realize that there's a whole nother world that you knew nothing about. It opens your eyes to the way other people live, things that are going on Egypt. I mean, everything. It's like an eye opener. You have a whole nother world out there that you knew nothing about. Because when you do live in the United States, you have everything that you need, or you think you do. You have everything. You don't desire, you can go to another state and you'll be just fine. You can go to another state and get to catch the mountains, catch the beach. You're just there, and you just feel like you don't need to go any further. And that's the mindset that I developed. So, yes, it's definitely opened my mind to the rest of the world and how other people live and think and so many more things, I'm learning. Here, a game room. This will be the room where all the fun stuff happens. We want to have, gaming systems, gumball machines, everything. We want to actually have a ping pong table. We want to redo this room as a total game room. Coming soon. And over here in the corner, this actually is the restroom. So this is going to be a rest area, or bathroom, toilet, whatever you want to call it. But this is going to be a restroom for the basement area. So you don't have to run all the way upstairs, but this is a restroom. Coming soon. So we got some work cut out for us, guys. We definitely do. Well, in America, we did not have a basement. So this is a pleasure to actually be able to have room in order to just extra rooms in the house, to have play areas, invite people over, just have good times in your home. These homes are definitely made for entertainment purposes, and why not? So listen, let's go this way. This is our storage area. I don't know if this is impressive or not, but this is the storage area. When we actually came from the U.S., we came with 25 pieces of luggage, and everything else we left there. Over here are the 25 pieces of luggage that we actually came with. And there's more, but that's the gist of them. 25. We put actually 28 years at that time of life together into 25 bags and brought it over here to South Africa. Okay, so this is not my monthly budget or how much we spend. This is not going to be fair because we do not have a mortgage here. So we spend about $1,500. That's it. A month. $1,500 a month because we don't have a mortgage. We were fortunate. I'm a realtor in the United States. I would love to sell real estate here too, but my job of 20 plus years was in real estate. So we were fortunate when we did decide to make that move to South Africa, we put our house on the market. And this is how you know God is real and things happen in his plan. One day, my house went on the market. That same day, my house was sold. 45 days later, we actually closed on our property as far as selling it. I'm going to do real numbers because I'm not there anymore. But we sold our home for $700,000. I can't even tell you how much that is in rand right now. I'm not a conversion calculator, but we sold it for $700,000. It made it very easy for us to come here and buy this home for a little over half of what we sold our house for. We had been our home for 20 years, so we were in a very good position with the equity and selling our property. I'm a realtor, so the expenses of paying someone were not there either. So we were in a really good position to actually leave at the time we did. And like I said, the real estate market then, a year ago, was a seller's market. So anyway, we were able in a good position, and we bought, we just had a lot of cash at the time because of how we were set, how God actually set us up throughout those 25 years. So with that being said, when we got here, we actually paid for our home. So there's no mortgage on our home. As far as the internet, we have high-speed internet. It's $100 a month. Earlier on, I showed you our solar panel system. We actually have solar panels, so we're actually off the grid. So we do have to pay for street lights and trash pickup. That is approximately like $40, right? So where are we now? $140. Now, the two things that are very expensive, I would say, our insurance. We have insurance on our home and our car, which is right at $300. And then we have taxes that we pay on our home, which is expensive, which is probably about $300 a month also. So those are the major expenses. Our cell phone bill, I couldn't even really tell you how much. We have a local phone. We don't do much, I couldn't really tell you, but food is where we spend all our money. And actually, it was food and Uber because we did not have a car. So we calculated it one time, and it was right at $1,500 was what we were spending. And that's what a little bit less, probably about 35,000 rand a month is what we were spending. Like I said, that's not fair because we don't have a mortgage. Is coming from the United States, we don't have creditors and bills and things here. So, not much at all. Okay, well, what do we call it? Entertainment. See, entertainment for us is dining out. It is, it's not much. I would say, furnishing the house has been our largest expense, and we have been furnishing this house and paying for upgrades and things of that nature for like the last 6 or 7 months. So that has been what we've spent money on. But as far as normal everyday living, somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000, and that's it. Absolutely, it's more affordable for one reason, because like I said, it was a seller's market, so we were able to take advantage of all the equity that had come about over the 20 years we live in our home. So the questions are often asked, what you do with the equity. You can't refinance your house. You have to, all of that. So we were able to take it out, go buy another house, be debt free as far as mortgage goes. So that is a plus within itself. Even the regular expenses, though, are less expensive. Food here is, way less. I mean, you can eat here 2 people for $10 a breakfast or something, $10 to $15. You can't do that in the United States. Let's see, taxes, though, I find to be pretty much the same. Taxes on our home, yeah, but there are some things. Food is, I think, the largest noticeable thing. When we first came here, we went out to a restaurant, and it was like a 5-course restaurant, white tablecloth and everything. And 5 people, 5 courses, $120 for all 5 people. I thought that was outrageous. So food has been the biggest noticeable difference. All right, so I am driving now. My husband and I are driving now. Y'all know I have a dream. Well, y'all may not know, but I have a dream car. This is not it, but this is the vehicle that we've chosen for the time, and we're enjoying it. Learning how to drive from the right-hand side of the car on the left side of the street is difficult, y'all. Difficult and different, but we're learning. We're enjoying the experience. What more could I say? Since we've been here, my husband's always been talking about we got to be off the grid. So we actually had a solar panel system installed in the home, and these things are batteries. So we actually don't have to necessarily participate in load shedding. So if we are experiencing load shedding, the batteries kick in, our power stays on. And this is what the system looks like. Load shedding is when there are particular areas in this area, Johannesburg area, Pretoria area, when the power shuts down. There is an app that will tell you that your community will be experiencing your load shedding for 2 hours, 1 hour, or what have you. Everything shuts down, power goes off, electricity goes off, nothing. But because we're off the grid and we have solar panels, what happens is during the day, the panels store up energy, and if the lighting should go out, it stores it up in these batteries. We have 3 huge batteries, so if it should go out, it kicks in, and we're back to normal. No, we have not lost power, electricity, everything goes on as though, actually, we don't even know that it's happening. So we're fortunate to be able to do that. We have 3 large batteries. I think this is like such an interesting thing. I mean, it's amazing, but those are batteries, all right? So let's go back inside. Oh, this is one of the garages. This house does have 2 garages, and it holds 8 cars. So 4 cars in each garage. I don't know who would have 8 cars, but hey, maybe. All right. So now I think we're going to go upstairs. All right, follow me. Something that's surprising about spending or saving. Okay, luxury items. In the United States, I had managed, my husband bought me one car that I've loved for many years. It was a GLE Mercedes-Benz. That's the little coupe Mercedes. I had just gotten one right before we left, so I had to sell it. I sold it back to Mercedes. It was a very smooth deal. We did not lose any money. I was so surprised about that, but we lost no money. That was like, okay, here's God again. So anyway, we got over here. It was like, we're going to buy another one. Got over here, and that car is $35,000 more here than it is in the United States. That was a shocker. So what I'm learning, so when I go shopping, some things I like, perfumes, what have you, designer, some things, are very expensive. Actually, if they're imported luxury items, they are more expensive than they are in the United States. Now, that was a shocker to me, because I definitely thought, we was going to keep in, conjunction with whatever else is going on. But no, luxury items are more expensive here. So, it makes me rethink myself. Although I love that car, I'm like, would I really pay that much money for that car? I'm still thinking probably not, but I'm still like, I like that car. So, luxury items. All right, so here we have our floating staircase, which we absolutely love. And we actually go up and down these stairs a million times a day. That's something we had to get used to. In the States, our bedroom was actually on the first floor, but this is something we've actually gotten used to. And I think this may have added some years to our life, right? Got to keep in shape some kind of way. So here on this main level, or the second floor, we have 5 bedrooms. All right, so we're going to go to the smaller of the 5 bedrooms on this side. All right, these 2 bedrooms are pretty much made the same. The first one here we're actually using as an exercise room, but you could take a look. Forgive the mess. We are redoing this room, but this is going to be an exercise room. And it has a balcony here that you can look out. So this room is going to be great to work out in any time of night, because if it's dark, you can see the lights and catch some sightseeing and all of that, which I don't know if you can actually see it during the day, but it's a pretty good view. It's motivation. But this is going to be our exercise room, which is actually a bedroom also. Right next door here, there is another, and forgive us for vacuuming and doing all these things, but this is actually a bedroom also. Same pretty much as the one right next door. You have balcony that you can go out and sit. The balcony actually connects to 2 bedrooms. All right, so something I definitely want to show you that is a added feature here. All right, so let me share this with you. Some people call it a lanai. I just say it's a balcony. There's different words for it, but this is like a cool area that you could come out, just have a cup of coffee, actually you can come out and work out this time of morning here or whatever you want to do, because it's nice and cool and covered. So you could come out here and just enjoy some time. But this area here, we have not completed it yet. We just put the umbrella out, but I'm going to put some furniture here. And this is just a cool area to come out and chill. This is like a balcony, a sitting area on the second floor of the house. All right. So you can also enter the home this way. This is the other side of the scullery. This is actually the helper's quarters or the domestic quarters of the home. I'm not going to actually show that area, but this is actually the way that you can enter to that part of the home. All right, so now we're going to go to the en-suites. We have 2 en-suites that are on the other side of the home. All right, so here we have the first en-suite. And an en-suite is just a bedroom with a bathroom and shower, toilet, everything with inside the bedroom. So here we go. So the en-suites are kind of set up like hotels, and this is where the visitors would actually sleep. We've had one set of guests right now, D&D. We had a very good time, but this is actually their room. This is the room that my guests will be staying in. Guests and family, actually. I would definitely say visit. Make sure this is something that you want to do. Don't go off of my life and what I've done. Things were set up pretty perfect for us. But definitely just do it. When I say do it, I mean go visit. And then once you're here and you see that this is the kind of life you can actually lead and be comfortable, and I'm not talking about for a year, I'm talking about for a lifetime. Some things you have to just set in place. And even if you want to do it for a short term, get a visa or something and live in the area to see if it's something that you can actually do. But I would say do it. Definitely visit. Don't allow the Western media or individuals who did not plan their life well, impose on your thoughts, and just like myself, don't let my life, determine what you do either. Come over, take your time, do the research, and, see if it's something that you can actually do. How we earn our income now. We are still business owners in the United States. We are here in South Africa as retirees. In other words, we have but we have put someone in charge of our business in the United States, but we still run that same business and we still make the same money. But what we do now is we wired it over here. We wired the money here and we use that money to actually live off of. But we are retired people. We actually were in that business, that particular business, for over 20 years, 2005. So, and it's a security firm, so we still have that business, and hopefully we have that business till we go on. But that is how we live here. Yeah, and of course we had savings and things of that nature. This area here is what some would consider like a pajama lounge. We have not actually furnished it yet, but this is just an area where you come like in the morning, sit down and just chill, have a good day, begin your day thinking, reading, or whatever it is you desire to do. And over here on this side, we have another ensuite. This one is not furnished yet because we are just getting started, actually. Completing the home, it would take probably some time. But this is just another ensuite. This one's a bit bigger than the one on the other side. My home in America was a bit more traditional, but it was what would be considered a large home. More traditional though, not so. This gives me a very modern feel. We did have en-suites though. The bathrooms were in the bedrooms. But in one case, the two bedrooms actually shared a bathroom. So that's a little different. This is a very modern thing. This is a very modern thing. It's different considering the house is not new. It's very modern. All right, so here is, going this direction, is our main suite, master bedroom. Okay, keep in mind that we live here. So if things are out of place, it's because we live here. So this is a very large master bedroom. I would say I had a large master bedroom, but not this large. By no means was my house in the United States, it was not this big at all. But it would be considered a large home. And I moved all the way over here for this closet. Y'all know that a woman's dream is a huge closet. So I have here, me and Mr. Boss have a huge closet that we love and enjoy. You just want to get over here and fill it up, actually. That's what you want to do. That's what I want to do. Huge closet. It would take us, I don't even think we'll ever fill it up. I don't, but maybe. We'll try. Oh, this is the master bath. This is the master bath. We have a huge garden tub. I have not used it. We have a waterfall shower and a regular shower also. Double shower. Very spacious master bath. All right, so this is something that's very different. Apparently, the people who lived here before us ran a business in their home. So they had some things that were just different, business ready. But we changed them and we made them more so lounge area. So come this way. And this is continuing on to the master suite. So what we have here is we have like a break room, an additional rest room this way. So we have a half bath here. Beside the half bath, we have like a kitchen, a little mini kitchen where it services the master bedroom. You got microwave, refrigerator, sink, ice, whatever you need for something quick and easy, and you don't want to walk all the way downstairs to get it. So here we have our study, our work area, And we actually do work. We do. But this is our work area. It's not yet completely furnished or what have you, but this is the actual study. So me and Mr. Boss can just jump out the bed, come over here, plug up the computers, and do some work if necessary. And here is what we call the master lounge. It's just an additional TV area for the master bedroom. Here, we come in, you can pray in the morning, have peace. You know, we two different areas. We don't bother each other. If I want to watch something different on TV, I can come here and watch. He can stay there. It's just a master lounge. It's just an additional room onto the master bedroom. But again, like I said, this home was built, it was a business here in this actual part of the home.
My name is Tesha Mukhaswa, and I'm a new business manager for the Peak TV network that it will be showcasing South African events. Expect so much from us, from the country of diversity, the country that is beautiful in its own way and its own nature. So expect much. Don't listen to everything that people are saying about South Africa. Expect much from us. Thank you, and I love you. Bye.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart, 'cause I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Open the eyes.
Tesha Mukhaswa, and I'm a new business manager for the Peak TV network that it will be showcasing South African events. Expect so much from us, from the country of diversity, the country that is beautiful in its own way and its own nature. So expect much. Don't listen to everything that people are saying about South Africa. Expect much from us. Thank you, and I love you. Bye.
Lifted up, shining in the light of your Lord.